I'll explain to you though. Like I'll explain to you why it's financial though. Like why it's a lower class thing is because they make more money when y'all are single. If y'all stay single, they make way more fucking money. Y'all go and spend way more money on dispendable just bullshit, on just toys and just stupid shit. So if y'all, but what happens if you get in a relationship? You get a teammate, you get somebody that you have a 401k, a savings account with, y'all buy a house, y'all do these things that make it to where y'all beat the powers that be. But they want y'all single because they make way more money. If everybody's buying Gucci, if y'all are buying more makeup because y'all are going out every weekend, y'all can understand the GDP goes up whenever there's more people single. Like they want y'all to stay fucked up, like you're saying. They're going to disrupt the black community as much as they can.
Well, that's why seeking an empire is important. Someone that you can build with, because you want someone who's going to help you get
exactly. Especially like that's why I chose my college major. Like I'm a business analytics major, so what that is basically looking at the back end of things and seeing what, like I guess like a marketing major.
Yeah.
So knowing how to market yourself, your man, and things like that. All types of opportunities can come from that. Literally.
Yeah. Exactly.
What were you saying, Donnie?
Oh no, nothing.
Okay.
You're good.
But did I ask the question? What was the last question I asked? Was it the Instagram thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did everybody answer that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody answered it. Now let's do girls trips. All right, we'll start at this end. But are you, or if your guy, the perfect guy, we're talking perfect guy, if he was like, hey, I don't want you to go on girls trips no more going on vacations with your girls once a year, to Cancun or whatever, would you be okay with that?
As long as he's replacing that once a year.
With a trip with him.
Yeah, and something to make up for it, because we are on a new journey. I feel like we have seasons in our life, and I'm in a new season where my relationship is a little higher than just going out with my girlfriends. And my girlfriends, at some point, I want them to be there too. So we all gonna understand, because we're gonna have different types of trips or gatherings at some point when we are at a certain level in our life.
Y'all also be careful sometimes, because sometimes single women keep women single. Like your single friends want to keep.
They don't want you to date because they want to be able to have you to go out with.
You're lame. You're not as fun.
Yeah. There's a lot of incentive.
You're laid up with your man. You can't go out. I don't want to talk to you. Then the friendship falls apart.
But what happened to me?
Yeah.
Why?
It shouldn't happen. No. But what about you? So, would you give up the girls' trips for the perfect guy?
I feel like that's a hard one, because it goes back to what I said about, like, if there is such a thing as too much time together. Like, you should have your guys' trips, I should have my girls' trips, but we should have trips that we go on together separately, not with other couples, just us. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like you have to
have time away from each other.
Divisiveness, yeah.
See, like, this is something that I actually heavily disagree with, and it's a new trend, and everybody says the same thing, like, oh, spending too much time with people. No, like, do y'all realize for thousands of years, like, your spouse was your best friend and the only person that you spent a lot of time with? Like, you think that there was all this, like, hey, I'm going to hang out with my friends, No. That's not how shit was for thousands of years. Like, the guys would leave in the morning to go do the hunting, and the women would be doing, like, their stuff together, like the pottery stuff or whatever it is. But when they came back together, like, every day, like, there was no, like, hey, I want to leave and do stuff like this. Yeah, I think it's very dangerous to relationships today to have a mentality of that, oh, we need space from each other. It's like that just means that you're not good at communicating. That means that you're not good at, knowing how to, like, what's too much with your partner, I guess you can say. Like, me and my girl spend a lot of time together. Like, I don't have a job where I go to a career every day. Yeah. Like, so we spend a lot of time together, but we're not up each other's ass. Like, I sit in my office and work. She does her thing, like, but technically we're around each other a lot, and most people would be like, oh, that's way too much, I could never do that. But it's just
Some
like,
yeah, by the time you're 50, 60, 70, you want your lifelong companion. That's what we get at that age, is your lifelong companionship.
I feel like men want companionship at a different point in life than women do.
And what part of life are you speaking of exactly?
I think it goes back to, like, the whole independence thing, because if you're work, build my brand, and you don't want that companionship until after you're done doing what you felt like you needed to do.
Well, yeah, there's definitely guys that want to play around in the market until they're 30, 35. Yeah, like, and I could see that for sure. Yeah.
So let me ask you something. I got a question regarding that. Let's say a man and a woman, both, each of them go and, build their own empire, quote unquote, whatever you said, get their education, build themselves up, make more money. Which one does it actually do a benefit, and which one does it actually do a disfavor for, men or women? Who do you think it does a disfavor for, and why?
I would say women. Turn the crickets off.
Can you
Women.
answer the mic, women?
Women for sure. I think.
And why?
I think it's the mentality. Like it's like what you said. When you're 18, you're not shit, but women are. But there's women that are 18 and don't think that at the time.
They don't know their value.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mentality thing, but I feel like
Into the mic for us.
women check
Thank
into
you.
that more than men do initially. I think it's like what you said about how men don't care about what status a woman's at.
Mm.
If they're so worried about where they're at, they're not thinking about other things outside of that. And women are constantly, it's a bigger picture, I think. versus
Hypergamy, they're always trying to go up.
tunnel
So even with like your dating pool as well, let's
Uh-huh.
say you actually do go and chase that bag. You have your hot girl summers, hot girl years, getting that body count up there and stuff like that. Let's say you do that and you're making, 6 figures. Doesn't that make your pool, your dating pool, a lot less, a lot smaller?
It could. But I mean, there's also men that prey on women that have money, just like women do it to men.
But
Yeah.
would you agree that most women are not looking to date down?
Yes.
So with that being said, I mean, kind of what you just mentioned is that it does a disfavor for women.
Because I feel like it makes you change your expectation of what you think you need to be doing versus what you might have already done. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind
I
of
see
like
where you're going.
like how the personal goals versus relationship goals. And then like people later on down the line that have those relationships where things start going wrong because there were things that they didn't fulfill personally before being with that person.
Mhm.
I don't know.
All right, thank you.
No, so what about you? Girls trips, are you gonna still go on them for the perfect guy?
None of my friends are single, so it would be a couple trip anyways. But I personally would not go on a vacation with my single friend because I've been the single friend and I'll be on a different type
You
of
want
time.
different things.
Exactly.
You
So
want
it's one of them
different
things
when
where
you're
it's just
single.
like I want to be able to. When I was single,
Demon
I wanna be able
time.
to, yeah,
Yeah,
not even
you're
that.
outside.
It's like drink. I want to flirt with. I don't want to bring my wallet out. I want to flirt with niggas for drinks. You know what I mean?
But like you said about how everything has its time, you get to a point where you don't want that anymore.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
I can't go on vacation with my single friends because that's a different type of party.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that in just a second, though. So, what about you? Would you give the girls trips for the perfect guy?
For sure.
You would do it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I wouldn't.
No,
No.
she still needs the girls trips.
She
What about you?
belongs to the streets.
No, because if like I can't be on the streets with my man, I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
then if it's like he doesn't know what I'm doing, I don't know.
That goes
We could
back
do
to the
things
companionship
together.
thing.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that.
Because we both could have fun
Yeah.
and be on the streets together. I mean, it's not limiting us. It really is not because we both are people that have fun. We both can literally live life to the fullest. The thing is like when people see it, like when you get in a relationship that it limits you, like, oh, you can't
It
do
doesn't
this. You
have
can't.
to.
Exactly. Like with me and my man's, like it doesn't limit us. Like we'll go out, we'll have fun. We don't stop doing what we used to do because we're in a relationship. We just do it together. So we're having just as much as fun.
That's how it should be. Like
Exactly.
that's
So
how
it's
everybody
hey,
should be
you
doing
want
it.
to go out to the streets tonight together? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like once again, this just goes back to the fact that like there's so many videos that, like your girl will very quickly cheat on you. Like there's something called the beta bucks alpha fucks thing. A shout out to Rolo about this from his book. And like basically what that means is like you could be dating a guy and he's just a fucking beta dude. Like you really don't respect him at all. There's tons of girls that do this. They date a dude that they really don't respect a
Men
lot.
and women do.
Like
Both do
yeah,
that.
and they just like being with somebody that they have all the lenience where they can go to the club
A
if they
time
want.
filler.
They can go a time filler. They can go out to go on the girls trip. And when they go on the girls trip, this guy's paying for all of it. He's taking, oh, I love you so much. And the whole time she's literally fucking that badass dude, like that big muscly dude that's in the fucking foam party. You know what I'm saying? Like
We've all had one of those.
Shit.
Not the phone party.
yeah, the cannon foam party, man. So you just gotta understand, like as a guy, like you're a fucking loser if you let your girl go do something like that. Like you're such a fucking like
he's a beta.
yeah, he's such a beta. Like you should never, if you actually give a fuck about your relationship and protecting it, you should never allow your woman to
You
do
gave
something
your
like
girl
that.
to the streets.
Even
Yeah.
even if even for the girl, like if she really does have that genuine burning desire and respects her man, she wouldn't even think about
Right.
wanting to go on that trip.
Yeah, they
Right.
don't even want to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
like that's the
exactly.
that's
And
the
it
really.
Really
depends on
love
where you're
someone
at
that
in your
man and
relationship.
respect
Respect
I
them.
think.
You gonna change a lot about yourself.
And-
Exactly.
And let me let y'all know something too. Like these guys, all these insecurities, they shouldn't be arguing with y'all about any of them. It's more of a, if he's a high value enough guy, you're coming into his life and he has boundaries. And he says, if you step across this boundary, the relationship is over. You want to go out with your girls, you can, but you're for the streets then. Like it's a boundary. It's
Some
not.
people don't set those boundaries, and then everything goes
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
after
what
And
that.
then that
I
start
admire.
relationships blue pill.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Communication.
I know why you're laughing, but you got to understand once again, who's trying to get who here? Like who's more valuable? See, the thing is, in my opinion, the man is more valuable. It's not even an opinion; it's a
Yeah, no,
fact.
100%.
The man is more valuable because you want the ring and you want the relationship.
Right.
If
You don't
my
give the
man,
ring in
you
a
wouldn't even
relationship.
be worried about me hanging out with my friends going on a girls trip.
What do you mean? Why?
Why would you worry as my man about me hanging out with my girls on a vacation? What am I doing on a vacation that you're insecure about? If I can't just go hang out with my girls on a regular vacation that you feel some type of way about, then you can't. What have I done to make you feel that insecure? That
Once
I can't
again,
be
it's
it?
a boundary.
What's the
If a
boundary
guy is
on,
valuable
though?
enough and he wants to set that boundary, you don't have to even
But
get in a
what about,
relationship
like,
with
a
this
guy
type of
cheat?
guy.
Like if I'm
just telling you,
perfect
most high
girlfriend-
value guys want this, and you're the one who
Yeah.
keeps arguing, saying, "I don't give a fuck about what he means, but
if
what
I'm
they
the
want."
perfect girlfriend and I'm not out here having no man pay for my vacation, I'm just out here kicking it with my friends. It's no extracurricular shit. I'm still faithful. I'm still loyal. What is the issue with me going on a girl trip with my?
It's disrespectful to the relationship. If you give a fuck about your man, if you care about the man, if you want a ring, if you want a relationship, you should respect what he wants. And it's called mate guarding. For literally 300,000 years of Homo sapiens, we have mate guarded. It's not some new fucking thing. Men have always mate guarded. It's not just girlfriends. I mate guard my daughter. Of course, I don't want my daughter to get fucked up in her future. Like, do I want her to get raped at 13 years old? No, I'm going to mate guard. I'm going to stand over her and make sure no men could ever harm her in that type of way. This is a completely natural thing that men have always done, but it's only today where it's like, you're insecure. It's stupid. It has nothing to do with insecurity at all. It's about protecting a relationship. And if you look at statistics and you look at how many divorces there are and how much breakups there are, women initiate divorce 80% of the time. If they're college educated, 90% of the time. Women are the ones that leave men all the time. Women are the ones that cheat. Here, and we'll also go back to this. So who cheats more? Do men or women cheat more?
That's a great question. I feel like women can cheat more because they like.
We'll say
they
who's
truly-
easier to cheat, actually. Yeah.
I feel like men can cheat easier or
Easier?
Yeah,
Easier, yeah.
easier. Because like they will.
And
fuck
we'll say majorities,
anybody
and
that
let's say
will give them a
majority
chance.
also. Can the majority of men cheat more, or the majority of women cheat more? We're not going to talk about a small minority of people. We're
I
talking
feel
about
like
the majority.
women could cheat more.
Majority of women cheat
Yeah.
more. What do you think?
I think women cheat more. We get away with it easier.
Okay.